All right. Hello. What's happening? Hello, VeeFriends. This is just kind of impromptu. I haven't been around for the past couple days. Happy Memorial Day. And I figured I would just jump into this because I kind of felt bad about not doing a daily. So here's the thing. I've realized after doing this for a little bit that my heart's not into doing this daily. My apologies. As we know, things get noisy and life happens. And sometimes when you don't feel, it has nothing to do with like viewership or anything like that. Like sometimes when your heart's not into it, the idea is there, but, your heart's just not into it. I'm into streaming and streaming things that are, relevant and things to that nature. But golly, I mean, technical analysis is so boring to the masses that I don't necessarily feel that, I'm equipped to be able to do this every day. And it has nothing to do with that there's nobody watching or anything to that effect. It's just a lot of the things that I understand on these things is not necessarily, easy for me to articulate. And not only that is I don't want to necessarily lead anybody down the wrong path. Like there's things here that get confusing and the best way that I can explain it and all of this nonsense. And, it's just not necessarily the best. But that's why I haven't been around for the past couple days. I realize I don't necessarily want to do daily, on this. And, that's that. So let's get into it. What we're looking at is the total market cap. This is obviously the high. This is obviously the low. And we're looking at a 4-hour chart. This chart in particular is not the VeeFriends chart. This is actually a chart that I operate, independently. Hang on a second. But you can see here, oh, gee whiz. So you can see here, there was a thing going, and then in here. So that's that. Anyone that has any belief that the sky is falling or any of that stuff, it's able to be charted. Can it go down? Of course. All right. And this is the chart without that. So, I mean, we can clearly put a channel here. That was the run. This was the drop. What I've done here, still playing in the fibs. These may possibly be different fibs from the last. I didn't really recognize it, but you can see there's a, support. I think I might have put this here off the stream, and you can see we're playing in a range. And this is only total market cap. So in the thought of total market cap is from the drop, what we have here is, this is just what's been going on. And then we have this giant resistance, right? It's already been tested. It already faltered and eventually going to work its way back up there, right? And then we have this, which was, just basically a trend line off of this. We have to understand we're on a 4-hour. So this is what's happening on a 1 hour. And this is what's happening on a 5 minute. Okay, so that's just the total cap. Bitcoin dominance, we don't need to go into. If you have any questions about Bitcoin dominance and what this is, in relation to, by all means, let me know. Here's Bitcoin. These are all charts that were built on stream, and what we can do here is produce a couple lines. So this, it's not worth it to do on this. You can see there's a clear kind of situation here, and what we're trying to do, and obviously patience matters and time and all of that stuff. What we're trying to do is we're trying to move up, right? And if you try to move up for so long, and not so long like a week or a couple weeks, but when you end up trying to move for so long and it doesn't get there, that means the market is not very confident. And if you see anything just from this, and this is a 1 hour chart, if you see anything from just this, just looking at this just on surface level, that'll tell you the story. Ethereum, there's been a lot of talk about Ethereum today. I saw it in the chats. I haven't really been active in the chats, but there's been a lot of talk of it, whether it's the this or the that. So what we have here is this, and it's doing the same thing. We tapped up here. I'm sure people were saying the sky is falling and the dip and the dip and the this and that. This golden line was produced from a very, very, very long time frame. Might not be the most accurate. I mean, we could possibly move it up. Anyway, it's not hitting that line. Take it for what you will. 15 minute, same thing. It's the same story. We're going to be ranging. Well, I can't tell you that we're going to be ranging. We are ranging. And anyone that's like, telling you different, I mean, you need to ask them more questions, I guess. ADA. This is something kind of just shows the story, right? We didn't necessarily hit this area. It was a huge, that's huge. It was a huge run up, 25% run up from this range right here, this area. That was huge. And it's playing in a very important area. Your boy Matic. There's a lot of volatility here. You see a lot of volatility. Just a whole lot of volatility. And you can see just major, major bounces off of this golden pocket. We ran from here all the way up, huge run. In a very short amount of time. We're looking at a 15-minute candle here. I'm sorry, 15-minute candles. That's a 60% run, almost to the button. And obviously playing in the ranges. Litecoin, I saw this come up too today, where there was, there was. So maybe I need to figure this out. Bada bing, bada boom. So I played this line right here. I just extended it off of this and this, obviously. There's something going on here. Probably have to fix that. Let's see. Let's see. We'll fix this line. All right. So I've talked about this in the past. Since I'm on a little bit of a higher time frame, do 12-hour. I'm going to run it off of these. I'm going to look for some sort of confluence on these wicks. I don't have it there. I need to go on a shorter time frame. All right, so 4-hour. So that's the top. This kind of breaks through. That's another top. And this is kind of what's going on. Look, this isn't necessarily perfect, but it's breaking out of this downtrend. This is Litecoin, and it's definitely had a lot of activity from the 23rd May till now. Not necessarily like a huge amount, but, you know, kind of like everything else, you know, it's all perspective, right? So we're looking at a 4-hour candle, and we're looking at a 60% there. I don't necessarily know what to say about this, but at the end of the day, you have confluence here as well. They all look very similar. Some are a little bit more volatile. I'll go into this, but I don't want to really confuse anybody. We're playing in here on Chainlink. Definitely bouncing and getting rejected off of this area. It tested it, went up, and then, you know, went down into the nether region, and then we have tested this again. So, I mean, I'm sure you can see by this where you know, I'm not super passionate about talking about charts, quite honestly. But if you have any analysis questions, by all means, let me know. Hit me up. I'm all for it. Hit me up on Discord. Hit me up here. No problem. No problem, Bob. There's really nothing I can tell you that the charts can't tell you. You know, it's kind of how it goes. So yeah, that's all I have for it. There's a couple things that are super interesting. Down to 11. They're all access. So you're talking lunches, brunches, lunches and brunches. Dinners are gone. Breakfast is gone. See you later, alligator. A lot of interesting things going on here. A lot of interesting things here. What I actually noticed today, and I don't know if anybody has, I don't know if anyone has any thought to it or, you know, has looked into it, but there has been a number of transfers. I don't know how to get there from here. Hang on. There's been a number of transfers without sales. So, you know, when you look at sales, you know, the sales are there. When you look at transfers, there's a there's a number of transfers going without any sort of sale activity to it. It's something to look at. I'd rather not get into it right now. And CoinMarketCap, basically everything looks kind of red, but we kind of saw what was happening. You know, this is surface level stuff right here. Polkadot's dropping, huh? ICP dropped. There was a lot of news on that. That news of like XYZ amount of market cap in just a short amount of time makes me wonder. Wow. Wow. Anybody down with this ICP thing, by all means hit me up. Volatility is what we have. Volatility. Matic was actually above Chainlink. So volatility. And then there's another thing that I want you to recognize is this right here. If you search this up, Thoughts on the Market and the Ecosystem by Charles Hoskin. If you know who he is, then you know who he is. But it's definitely very, 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 very thoughtful conversation or monologue. And it's 100% worth a listen. And I think that's all I got. Down to 11 total. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, by all means, let me know. And if this is boring, by all means, put a thumbs up. I feel you. I get it. Holla. Have a great day and keep on the keep on.